but advantages are they're not familiar with us. So, I mean, it works both ways. But we've got film. Film doesn't lie. We know what they're going to be doing, and I'm sure they know the same of the type of things we're going to come at or throw at them. So I'm excited for it. It's a good team, great offense, and good defense that's getting better each and every week. So I'm excited for this matchup.
Well, let's hope this game is as hyped as billed. What do you expect from what we're going to see on Sunday?
A whole bunch of points by both teams. Kansas City, because they have stars on defense, because they have Marcus Peters, because they have Justin Houston, because they have budding star Chris Jones, and because they force a bunch of turnovers, people think they are a really good defense. They're not. 30th in the league in total defense, 19th in the league in scoring defense. No team in the league has allowed more big running plays. That means 10-plus yards. And no team in the league has allowed more big passing plays. So the Chiefs' defense can get got, so to speak. We know the Cowboys' defense and versus this Chiefs' offense, that can get got. So I look at this game as whichever team, I think it's a game that's going to need 30 points to win. I think that both teams are going to be able to move the football. I know that CC is skeptical of the Cowboys' ability to move the football without Zeke, but there have been a lot of teams, none of whom have had Zeke, that have played the Chiefs and been able to move the football. And so I think Vegas is off on the line on this game a little bit. I'm surprised to see Chiefs at Cowboys is just a pick 'em, meaning the Chiefs aren't even favored when they are, I think, clearly the better team. But this is a game where the offenses should dominate.
Kansas City's defense hasn't played up to what their expectations would be. Everything changed when they lost Eric Berry in that first game. But Dallas, what are they going to do? What do we expect to see? I expect to see Dallas throw the ball. I expect them to see it throw it 35 times. And that's not good news for Dallas Cowboys fans because when Dak has thrown the ball more than 32 times, they are 4-6. Now, in throwing the ball, you have to throw it to someone. You have to throw it to their wideouts and their tight ends. I'm not very excited about that prospect because if you look around the National Football League, I mean, there are some bad receiving groups. But the Dallas Cowboys, they're the 5th worst as far as yards after the catch. So this is what you have. This is your dilemma. You can either hold the football and jeopardize the quarterback and turn the ball over and throw the ball deep down the field, or you can do like the rest of the NFL. You can mix it up and throw a lot of short passes and depend on the skill level of your wide receivers and tight end to get yards after the catch. Now, Dallas, they don't do that really well. They don't have a lot of team speed on their offense. So this Kansas City defense, they're looking forward to facing the Dallas offense, especially without Zeke.
Here's why they're going to need to decide what they want to do. Of those options that you put out there, they're going to have to make a decision. But whichever they decide, here's why this is a great game for Dak Prescott. Because if the Cowboys win this game, great win for Dak and the team. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs 6-2. They hosted them, they beat them, and they move on. First game without Zeke. This defense is one defense where Dak can actually, if he's going to beat a defense, this defense is a really good matchup and a really good opponent for the Dallas Cowboys.
And he would get credit for it.
And he would get credit for it.
beating a good team without beating a good defense, is what Jen is saying, right? Like let's say the Cowboys were playing the Jags this week, right? The Jags actually have a great defense, right? But if you lose to the Jags because of Blake Bortles, it's especially at home, it's considered a bad loss typically. The Chiefs don't have a great defense, but they're considered a really good team.
Yeah, they have good personnel.
They have good personnel at each level, but for some reason as a total unit, and I think you keyed on it, CC. I think Eric Berry was the most important player when I was talking about the important players injured. I think he was the best player on that team, and so much of the defense revolved around the fact that they had a guy in Berry that could be safety or linebacker, and that they could mix up different looks, put in different formations. You can't replace that guy. So the Chiefs have not yet recovered from that injury. What they've done is outscored people. And so, to Jenna's point, like if the Cowboys can win, you're going to be like, wow. For them to win, Dak's going to have to play well. I think we'd agree on that point because the Chiefs don't turn the ball over, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dak's going to. I know you're skeptical if they can, but if they do win, Dak's going to have to have played well.
It's not as if I'm skeptical. I just, Nick, my job used to be to make the news. My job now, Nick, is just to report the news. I'm not skeptical of Dallas's wide receivers. I just tell you what they've done. It's not skepticism. Right? The number one way to predict what's going to happen in the future is what's happened in the past. So why should I be excited about two of their top 4 receivers average less than 10 yards a catch? All right, tight end less than 10 yards a catch. Cole Beasley, who you think is great, he averaged less than 10 yards a catch.
Hold on, I don't think I ever called. Cole Beasley great.
I mean, being skeptical, it's not. I just read the numbers.
But
So to me, the biggest number in this game is for Dallas to have a shot. Even though I think Dak's going to play well, but I don't think that's enough. Listen, quarterbacks played well against Kansas City. Kansas City goes out and outscores them. The reality is this is, for my money, the best offense in football. I mean, I understand Steeler fans might not like to hear that. Saints fans might not like to hear that.
When you watch the game, I want you to watch the difference between the speed of the Kansas City offense and the lack of speed on Dallas's offense.
No question. And as far as skill position guys go, there are, with Zeke on the sideline, the Chiefs have 3 guys that would instantly be the best skill position player on the Cowboys. Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, no question about it. Any of those 3 guys, if they went to Dallas, would be the most talented offensive player they have with Zeke on the sidelines. But the thing that, for Dallas to be able to win this game, they're going to have to somehow, and this is a hard thing to do against Kansas City, win the turnover battle. They're going to have to create extra possessions for themselves. And the Chiefs, remember, they've turned the ball over in their first offensive play of the year. Mm-hmm. They then went until this past Monday night with 0 turnovers.
With a dumb play call by Andy Reid.
Right. They didn't then
letting a very, very short person throw the football.
Tyreek Hill. On the season, Tyreek Hill, with that 1 pass attempt, has more interceptions than Alex Smith does. This is also a moment with, keep in mind, Tom Brady is on the bye. Deshaun Watson just got hurt. Carson Wentz is playing a very difficult Denver defense. This is a moment for people that like to follow the MVP hierarchy. For Alex Smith, national television, marquee game, mediocre defense, to reassert himself as potentially one of the front runners for MVP of the league.
all right. Well.